no-hitter. The 11th no-hitter in Los Angeles Dodger history. The first since Hideo Nomo in 1996. Josh Beckett, a no-hitter.
2-1.
Time for baseball on the show as we get you set for baseball at a place they call. And before we close in on first pitch, a look at the starting lineups here for the finale. Chris Miller will stand in, and he's been a top.
Here, you want these guys to be thinking. I know he's got that changeup, so I'd bet.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end. Now the pitch. And he sends it the other way toward right center. And it's a fly out to start the second, one away. He's set, now the pitch. And he reaches out for one and may have chased it as this is skied into the air to straightaway center. Miller is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Chris Miller. And the pitch. Oh, he shoots this one on into center field for a base hit. Recently, he's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not.
Meanwhile here, the throw down to second is not in time, and it's a stolen base. Here he comes, 3-1. A late swing here as this is hit hard to the right side. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And the run will score as the Phillies are off to a 1-0 lead. Chris Miller ready with another 2-2. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
Take that thing down and make the play. Whew.
0-2 pitch is swung on and lifted in the air out to center field. And the seventh inning starts with a fly out here, one away. In terms of team ERA, and you can see right there.
Like this to get ahead with strike one. Put them behind in the count and on their back foot right away.
Now the 0-1 is lifted in the air out to left field. And he will inning number 9. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he pops him up back behind second base. Gregorius is there now to put this one away for the third out. Ball swung on and lifted in the air with some carry out towards left center. And he's going to get there after a long run as he gloves it for the second out. Chris Miller.
He's going to need a couple more here to prove to himself that he's not losing.
Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. On to first, and that'll mean a 12th inning is 1-1 on the way. He takes the changeup the other way out toward right center. Miller will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Stand in. 2 hits in 2 trips thus far. And he gets him to lift one into shallow center field. Miller is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Chris Miller. 3-0 is on the way. Oh, and he hammers it to deep right field. Ball game! A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Folks who stayed here home happy as he wins it with the walk-off homer.
As this crowd goes crazy.
Big lead again for Peralta. Holiday a safe lead at second. Adams swings and hits a drive. Deep right field. Back to the wall. And it's a gunner! A gunner! A 3-run homer for Matt Adams.
Just a short drive west of downtown. We're at Miller Park in Milwaukee. And before we get too much further, here's a look at each manager's starting lineup here for the opener. Chris Miller.
And so they'll see if they can keep it going here.
Here's a swing and a ball hit into the air to left center and shallow. And no one can corral that one. Base hit. And now this is swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Miller calls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the second out. Kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out. Chris 2-2. And he swings on top and sends it on the ground out to second. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. We'll dig in. He popped out his first time. And he gets under this one a bit as this is lifted into center field. Miller is there, 2 gone. Chris Miller. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. 1 now. Too early, and that makes it a full count. Now a fastball up around the shoulders, but it's strike 3 called and a questionable first down. Chris Miller will dig in here with the big. He's ready now. The pitch. Line hard to center field. Escalona is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope.
With everyone standing at Dodger Stadium, Kershaw pitches. Carpenter swings and hits a drive. Right center field. It's in the gap, and it's down off the wall. Molina scores.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin on a Tuesday night at Miller Park tonight. And before we get much further, here's a look at our starting lineups tonight. Chris Miller, another 1-2 delivery. And a sinker called strike 3 as he's rung up and the side is retired. Up near 350 to begin play. And looked like he jammed him that time a bit as it's hit in the air to center field. Miller is there and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So Chris Miller. Here comes a 1-2. He makes good contact on it as this is going to make its way through into left field for a base hit. And a good throw will wind up holding that. Here it comes. Now the 0-1 is swung on and lifted out to straightaway center field. Miller is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire. 2-2. And he gets under the 2-2 a bit as this is sent in the air out to straightaway central. Miller is in his tracks now, and that's out number 2.
Fastball. And here, this one works out for him. Go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Pretty good.
Batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just 1 hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters.
Chris Miller, and now a pitch on the way. And he takes ball 4, so he's on, and as you know, that often means the steal first and 1 away.
You can bet he's going to see some fastballs in this at-bat. I'd be looking dead red.
Now some movement out in the Milwaukee bullpen. Both the lefty and a right-hander have begun to stretch it out.
That strike zone's going to feel like it's the size of a soup can right now.
And this is turning ugly now as this ball's down for extra bases. 1 run is scored. 2 runs have scored. And a relay to the plate. It's not in time. Now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this depth. A big pitch here, 1-2. And strike 3 there as they'll finally work out of the inning as the side is retired. You to turn it on in this one.
All over him, but he's shown some discipline here with 2 good takes.
Now here's a swing and a ball hit well out there toward right center. And that'll get down out there near the wall. Around first, heading for second now. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1.
And this is how you break out of a cold streak. This is his 2nd hit of the ball game, and this one goes for extra bases. And you can see that confidence is slowly starting to come back at the plate.
Spectacular catch.
Now on 3-2 to Utley with Rollins leading from second. Here's the pitch from Beckett. Call strike 3 and a no-hitter. Josh Beckett.
Afternoon baseball now from lovely Miller Park in Milwaukee. And before we close in on first pitch, a look at the starting lineups here for the finale. Chris Miller, here it comes, 2-1. And this is lined into left field for their first hit of the ball game. Chris Miller. Here's the first offering. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Only play is going to be at first, so that'll go as an RBI that brings home the opening.
Use the big part of the field, and that's going to get that. And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy. Get him to roll over something. You don't have to.
And sorry to interrupt, but the play has been made for the third of the base hit in his second plate appearance. And now this is swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And that'll get down for a base hit. Here. Chris Miller.
He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
Out in front as he pulls this one down the line at first. And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove. Ready now on 1-1. Runner goes for second. This is low. The throw down. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Field, Cespedes giving chase. Not going to get there. It falls in. Kendrick on his way to third. Cespedes bobbles it. DeSarcina waving Kendrick home. Here's the throw to the plate, and Howie is...
With the Roberto Clemente Bridge in the background, there's a look at the city lights of Pittsburgh, PA. And before we get too much further, here's a look at each manager's starting lineup here for the opener. Chris Miller will stand in for the first.
Still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway.
There's one. Throw on to first won't be in time, so they just get the one. Chris.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up,
For you, it gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will.
Meanwhile here, the throw down to second is not in time, and it's a stolen base.
That base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal.
Well, just a sec now as that ball finds its way into the outfield, a base hit. And the run will score from second here as this is now a 3-0 game. Chris Miller, here's the first offering. Swing, hard hit ball to second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first. Chris Miller. The 1-0 pitch. On the ground to second base, this could be two. To second for one, and a bit of a high throw that time, but not much. Now the pitch. Well hit high in the air and deep to center field. Miller will get there, and he puts it away to retire the... Chris Miller. Now the 0-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. Belanger is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning.
3 consecutive years in the postseason for the Oakland A's.
Big lead again for Peralta. Holiday a safe lead at second. Adams swings and hits a drive. Deep right, a 3-run homer for Matt Adams. 3-2 Cardinals in a magical 7th inning.
To center. Hicks